Years ago, my wife Wanda asked a soul of a spirit a simple question. Do you know that you are no longer alive? And the answer was almost always silence. And the soul would then say, No, I don't know. What do you mean I'm not alive? I can see, I can hear, and certainly I can feel. Of course I'm alive. And that conversation, or some version of it, has repeated itself thousands of times over decades. And it's the starting point for everything I want to share with you in this series. My name is Mike, and I am the co-founder of the Wanda Pratnicka Center. For many years I've worked with my wife Wanda, helping people deal with something most of us were never taught to recognize, and that is spirit attachment. In simple terms, spirit attachment happens when the spirit of someone who has died does not move to the other side, and instead of leaving, it stays close to the physical world, and in many cases it attaches itself to a living person, drawing energy from them just to go on, just to continue existing. The spirit is very rarely doing this out of malice. Most of the time, it does not even realize it has died. It is confused, it is frightened, and it is clinging to the only reality it still understands, and that is the reality of the physical world. For the living person, though, the consequences of a relationship with a spirit are very, very real, and they are in some cases very painful. As an example, anxiety that appears out of nowhere, or exhaustion that no amount of sleep can fix. Mood swings, intrusive thoughts, physical pain nobody can explain, that even the doctors cannot explain. And it doesn't look like a spirit at all. Instead, it just feels like your life slowly stopped working the way it used to. If this is the first time you are hearing any of this, you are truly not alone. And there's a very good reason for that. For centuries, the church treated this subject as something to fear, not something to understand or to explain. And the media, when they cover it, tend to reach only for sensationalism instead of a calm and honest explanation. And so here we are, between religious taboo and media eager to make a sensation out of it. Most people have never been given a serious answer to what spirit attachment actually is. And that silence that we have has a price, and that price is huge. People are trying doctor after doctor, treatment after treatment, and no one tells them there might be another reason, because they themselves don't know. My wife Wanda has worked in this field for decades. She has helped tens of thousands of people around the world, from housewives to physicians, from students to politicians. A few years ago, I took over this work from her. We always work remotely because distance has never mattered to the process, to the method we're using. Over the years, I've watched this happen again and again. People who tried everything else finally get an answer that makes sense to them, and they finally feel better. I know because I was in exactly that same situation myself. I know the suffering people feel in that place, and it is the memory of that suffering and my freedom from it today that drives everything I do. This is the first video in a new series. I'll show you what spirit attachment really is, how it happens, and how it shows up in everyday life, in our health, in our relationships, in our finances, in the struggles we can't explain otherwise. We'll go through this together, one piece at a time, so that you can easily understand. Maybe something I said sounds familiar. Maybe you feel something is not right and you don't know what that is and why that is. You don't have to figure this out alone. We offer consultations, free consultations, and the link is below this video. For now, I just want you to know that this is real and that it has a name. Next time we will talk about what happens at the moment a person dies and why some souls never leave. There is one more thing before you go. Nothing here replaces medical or psychological care. What we offer works alongside it. It is never a substitute for a doctor, a therapist, or any treatment that you already have. Thank you so much. Bye bye.